AP stands for Advanced Placement. Students should consider AP classes to be challenged and primarily with a view to the future. What do they want to do in college, and do they want to get some college credit early? On-level students can qualify by getting an 85 and in their on-level class, and then K-level students can qualify by getting a 75 and continuing that. So to sign up for AP classes, you meet with your counselor and sign up, and if you meet the requirements, you're in. There are no costs for the classes. If you choose to take the test, which I highly encourage, they're $97, I think, and if you're on free and reduced lunch or get a Sci-Hope scholarship, that is significantly reduced. If they achieve a 3, 4, or 5 on the AP exam in May, then their college, it depends on the college, but they very well may qualify for college credit.
DC stands for dual credit, so students who take DC classes are earning credit in both the high school and college transcripts for their future. It's something that students should really consider because it saves them time and money when they get to college in terms of getting through some of those prerequisite math classes. And it also indicates to colleges that they're willing to take on challenges and that they're interested in challenging themselves as much as possible. Students qualify for DC classes by taking one of several different placement test options. One of them is the ACT Aspire, or they can sometimes qualify based on their EOC scores or SAT scores. It just depends on the circumstances. You should talk with your counselor about your options, possibly also your teacher, math teacher or whatever subject, but you need to talk to the college and career specialist in order to be able to register for the classes. The cost for each DC class is about $75, but there is financial assistance available based on need through the Sci-Hope scholarships. Students need to pay for the dual credit classes before the college semester starts. So if they're taking a fall class, they pay in August, and if they're taking a spring class, they pay in January. Students earn college credit in dual credit classes by doing the same work that they would be doing in the K-level classes, at least for math. And so rather than just get the credit at Side Creek or wherever they're going to high school, they can also earn credit at Lone Star College for the same class.
True or false? Two of the most important things colleges look for is the classes they choose and how well they do in those classes.
That is true.
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 That question is true.
True. That is absolutely true.
True. True.
Absolutely true.
True.
Absolutely true.
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 Very true. For more of the prestigious and rigorous universities, that's something that we take into consideration.
AP and dual credit classes help a student a lot. What we're really looking for is students to be academically prepared. So generally we see those AP and dual credit classes are really preparing students. I tell most of my students it depends on you. Dual credit, you do want to C or better. That will transfer to Texas A&M. Now if you're in AP classes, you don't have to accept the credit. Generally we're looking for a 3 or 4 that's higher to get that credit at Texas A&M.
Universities look at, when we say rigor, it means how many AP or dual credit courses does that school offer and how many of those you chose. So that's what a competitive student, when we say a competitive student, that's what we mean, is how many of those you chose. So when it comes down to it, that's what we're looking for.
to those who play the GPA game, that GPA won't get you into college. You have to be able to take those hard, rigorous courses in high school and be able to go into college, because you can get into college, but as Ms. Stelly says, one can get into college, but is one going to graduate college?
AP and dual credit classes are worth it to me personally, because not only do you get college credit for it, but it also teaches you how to endure over failure. When you fail a test or you don't do well, it teaches you how to overcome it and do well.
Outside of school, these classes, they force me to be able to get my time management and my time ethic and all that right, because I have basketball, I got to manage them, so I go to travel with them a lot. I have a job that I work probably like 3-4 days out of the week, so with all that in my schedule, I also have to be able to do my homework, which DC classes do for me have a lot of homework, but it's good because it allows you to keep working and be able to actually learn what you're being taught.
Well, because of UIL, I think that these hard classes, they make me more well-rounded to recruits, especially like for female athletes like me in wrestling. So if my grades are good, if I'm in advanced level classes and I've been successful in my sport, placing at a state tournament and being ranked top 5 in the state, I think that brings attention to who I can be and like what I can achieve.
Even though K may have the same GPA points as AP and DC, I think AP and DC are a better alternative, because AP and DC are more of a hands-on, more of a, you're going to get more out of it than K, because the pacing's better. You're going to learn more from just the normal of K. You're going to learn a bit higher than your K peers.
One thing is, don't get scared, because you're going to hear that it's extremely hard, and it is, but you'll realize that it's worth it after you take the course.
AP will also save you time in college. Like, one of my brothers he doesn't even have to touch another English class or another history class now that he's there, and that's, just get it over now.
To earn your college credit, you have to take the test, the AP test in May, and score a 3 or above. So 1 and a 2 won't pass, but a 3, 4, and 5 will give you credit in Texas automatically. So you just have to do well on the test and know your stuff throughout the semester.
My AP US History teacher helped me prepare to get a good score on my test by having quizzes every Monday, not only to prepare us just for the unit test, but as well for the end of the year test. It helped us retain memory, and he would look over our writing with the class as well, so that way we can all get a feel of how it would feel if we were the graders grading our AP tests.
The reason why I took AP classes, especially like junior year, I wanted to see if I was capable of taking college classes and being able to actually like perform well.
I am taking 3 AP classes. I am taking English 3 AP, A-Push, and Computer Science 2 AP. And the homework amount really isn't that much. Most of it is a hands-on experience in class from Ms. Rebar, Ms. Stelly, and Ms. Waterman.
As a student athlete, I commit about twice as much study time to my AP classes than I do wrestling. If I spend about 4 or 5 hours practicing, I try to spend just as much or even more studying at home. Even though that includes me staying up a little bit later or waking up a little bit earlier just so that I make sure that I keep up with my AP classes, it does take a little bit more effort, but that's what makes a successful student athlete.
Both of my brothers have taken AP and / dual credit classes. So the amount of time and money that's being saved is a lot compared to a K class. Like one of my brothers, he's saving a lot more because he took 6 AP classes, and he would be saving a lot of time and money. I think up to roughly $6,000.
College level class, not in high school, but in college, you know, those lecture halls are like really big and will hold up to 400 people, and there's only one professor. And here in high school, especially at Side Creek, a lot of the AP teachers will help you out, you know, one-on-one, but you won't get that in college, and it's just a learning experience throughout AP classes.
in my sport.
The differences between DC on campus and DC off away at the university park that I went to specifically for Lone Star, it was actually, I learned a lot more because it was a lot of older people in my class. It was young, it was more young people, but it was older people that you don't usually see in a high school setting. And I had a lot to get done in a 6-week period. So being that I had shorter time, I had to get more done in that shorter time.
So in dual credit versus high school grades, there's 2 different grade books, and in the high school grade book you can retest and redo grades that you didn't do that grade on for like up to a 70. But in college, in the dual credit classes, for those college grades, you can't redo.
DC here, I feel like it's easier because the teachers have more time to be able to, connect with you. And on top of that, you are able to go to Lone Star campuses and get tutoring and all that. So with summer classes, you only had like the tutoring, and the teachers really didn't have much time for you.
I am involved in theater arts as well as many other clubs, and I also work and am part of my church youth group. It was a challenge, but it was very easy after I learned to set a schedule.
If students want to be in a sport and dual credit AP classes, they need to understand that it's not easy, but they also need to understand that they have to prioritize.
For sure, in your future goals of college, DC and AP classes, if you take these courses, they will definitely be able to get you out of school faster, most likely, as well as you'll be able to have a college mindset in the setting already.
Last year I was pretty nervous about taking AP because I have friends in the grade above me that said like AP classes were impossible to make A's, and that's all I was concerned about because I wanted that A. Like I wanted to have an A for my GPA, but after half a year taking that AP course, I realized that it's worth making a B, and AP's caused me to be a better writer. Yeah, so I talked with my parents about making a B and how it was going to affect my GPA, but we both decided that it was worth it because now I'm ready for college, I'm more prepared.